Hello everyone, Rayman here with a war recap of our 50th war and 15th win in a row. We got matched up with an Asian clan, not sure exactly what country they're from or what language this is in. It wasn't very interesting though, they were really rushed. And along with rush bases, they had a lot of players that were really rushed when it came to their lab. Saw a lot of really weak or really weird attacks, some jibe arch and some other stuff, which really doesn't cut it past like Town Hall 6, even Town Hall 6. Come on, guys. Anyway, we did pretty good. The number one base got away from us, didn't get a star on it. Pretty low level, except for the level 3 Inferno Towers and level 4 Expos. They got to be respected, but kind of sad we didn't get a star on that one. At least get the experience. A level 30 Queen though. All right, let's get to some attacks. Let's look at number 44. Got Xbox doing a Dragloon, 2 rage, 1 heal. Notice all of the clumped air defenses in the core. Starts his funnel off here on the top left. Got it started, they go off to the camps. And now he's going to drop the rest of his dragons, and they're just going to cut right into the core. Right about now. Let's speed this up. Dragons just move so slow. I really liked his spell placement. He uses the rage on his dragons and loons to get them in quickly, heals the balloons so that they survive, and then rages the core so the balloons take out the air defenses really fast. Great job, Xbox. Totally rolls this base. So many dragons still alive that it's really ridiculous. Fast forward, it's just the end here. Alright, next attack guy for you guys is Shift, doing a Dragloon on number 40. Now, he brings Zaps. Notice the spread air defenses, and they're all kind of on the edge. Takes out one, and then he's going to attack from this side and save his loons for the back end. And he's real patient with them and waits until the air defense right here targets his dragons coming through the base. They don't have that far to travel. He can send them straight in on them. Not a bad strategy. Maybe could have steered his dragons a little bit better towards its air defense, but one's about to turn and take it out, and the rest get it taken care of. Bunch of dragons moving through the core. There's not really a lot hitting them right now that's going to really hurt them coming through the core. He puts all of his high health buildings right here, but not really sure the strategy there. Here come in the loons, and this raid is pretty much over. They had a lot of bad bases. There's not really a lot of interesting base layouts that we hit to show. I'm more going through either like new attacks, types of attacks we haven't really seen, or something interesting that I saw during the attack. Next one I have for you guys is Farley doing a Dragloon, the Zaps. Now, here in the core, he's got this air defense surrounded by a whole bunch of high hit point buildings. But these two up here don't have any high hit point buildings in front of it from this side. And the air sweeper is pointing down. So he does something I really like. Starts his funnel up top. And then spams in the dragons. Takes out this top building too while he's at it. Dragons going in. Nothing in the way. Goes ahead and drops the loons. They're going to go in there with the dragons. And these other defenses are history. Don't even have to worry about the air sweeper. These dragons are just coming through on the way down the base. Yeah, they're dealing with high hit point buildings now, but there's nothing left that's just going to really wail on them. A few archer towers aren't going to be that big of a threat when you have this many dragons up. Drops his Barb King over here. He's tanking a little bit for the dragons, which is good. It's one of the better uses for Barb Kings at a Town 08 Dragmoon. Just a few more buildings left, and we'll get on to the next one. Next attack we have is Haley attacking number 29 with a Dragho. Now on this base, all of the air defenses are on the outside. Drops a Barb just to check for giant bombs. Same thing up here, didn't really go where they wanted it, but a couple hogs on each one of these. Same thing down here. Drops a Barb and a couple hogs. When the air defenses are this easy to get to, really great strategy there. Let's just Drags take care of the last one because that's where he's going to be going in at. Clan Castle gets lured, but just doesn't matter. Drops a heal on the dragons. Not really sure I would have gone with the heal. I probably would have gone with the extra rage. Heals just don't do that much for dragons. Really on your tanky troops, I wouldn't worry about healing them. And dragons are some of the tankiest troops. Just rolling through this space. All the air defenses are on the outside. Not sure what this guy was doing. It's a good example of what most of this clan was like. Really hoping for a good war. We've got the war surge going on right now. Had a couple not so exciting wars, but please Supercell, give us a good one. All right, next attack I have for you guys is Life. He hit number 25 with a cold-blooded hog attack. Now, Life is a Town 08, and he's hitting a Town 09. It's not a very high-level Town 09, but it does have an Archer Queen, and it does have Expos. And the Archer Queen is real deep in the core. So he brings some wall breakers. Starts off getting the lure with a giant. Brings them up top. Just wanted to make sure it was empty there. Brings them up top. He's got them all bunched up now. Drops some barbs for distraction, some wizards, and his Clan Castle witches. And right here, he's going to be creating this funnel. Dropping the golem. The golem is going to do some tanking for him so he can get his wall breakers in. He's got another layer of walls to get through, and he's able to get his wall breakers in. Drops his Barb King, he goes right in, and then goes in on the Queen. Level 1 Queen gets taken out, and then just does a wall. He does hit a couple of giant bombs. His hogs aren't really getting hit yet, so he's patient with his heals. Got a lot of use out of those heals, even though he had to use it right at the beginning. He got it deeper in the base, which is good. Now the rest of this side of the base over here was being tanked for a while by the Barb King, which is great. You want the Expo worrying about something else other than your hogs. Has quite a few hogs left. He's got his killing up wizards running into the base. Really clean attack. Good job, Life. All right, let's move on. All right, so I included this attack. We haven't seen one of these in this clan yet. A lot of us have been really hoping for it. A Go Velo. Bolathan dropped down a little bit to hit this base. It is a Town 10. It's got some Town 10 stuff. Well, it's got an Expo. Not sure if there's a second one. Like I said, a lot of really rough spaces. But all of the air defenses are over here in the core. Except for this one. So he starts off dropping his golem. And then getting this funnel created. The most important thing when you're doing the Valk attack is getting the funnel created. If you don't have the funnel created, like a bunch of buildings like this are just a magnet for Valkyries. So if you get the funnel created, you can get them into the core where you want them and shred the base. And that's all the golems are there for. They're not there to really tank long term. They're there to get the funnel created. Some of those Valks are really good at is dealing with the clan castle. You don't have to. They're not like hogs where you have to worry about sending in Valks after you take care of the clan castle. They come back, they shred clan castles. He almost didn't need this jump right here. He probably could have used it a little bit later because the Valks are going to get pulled this way a little bit. There's not a bunch of buildings in the core. Once that gold storage gets taken out, they're going to jump in the core. It's got a rage for them and a heal. And pretty soon all the air defenses will be down, and then just dropping loons around the base. This is similar to how you would start off a holo. Similar strategy, just a couple loons for every air targeting defense. If you can get away with it, you can drop some for cannons, but you don't have to worry about cannons that much. Even if a few loons don't survive, they're tripping. You should bring enough to overwhelm some of the defenses and have them go around. One of the things that's really powerful about this attack is you've got Valks taking out a bunch of buildings, but you also have loons that are traveling over walls and taking out a lot of defenses. A couple drops there and 3 buildings at once. That splash damage really does a number on a bunch of buildings. Going fast forward, it's just cleanup at this point. Valks running in, doing their thing. Good job, Bolton. Next deck after you guys is Cha doing a Golo wipe on number 9. We see a few Golo wipes here and there, but it's not something we typically see every war. I like showing it when it can. It's one of the early transitions to 3-star strats. Starting to add defense targeting troops that can ignore walls for the tail end to a Go wipe. Go wipe was really popular, but it's kind of an arms race to when it came to war as far as what would win a war. Go wipe doesn't typically 3-star. But you add a couple loons to the end. When all of the air defenses are in the core, there's not much that the rest of these defenses can do, especially when they're all targeting in on the troops in the core. So you've got all of his P.E.K.K.A.s and his heroes and some wizards in the core, all taking hits, not going down. And this is about where a Go wipe would usually stall out. You've got one side of the base taken out and the core taken out, but you have defensive buildings on 3 sides. I'm not sure if this was a cleanup attack, but he dropped some giants to tank these Teslas, and then some wizards to take out the town hall. I'm not sure why this dude was using a farming base, but he was. Again, not an exciting war. Really hoping that when I get done recording, we can go over and look at our next opponent if we find one by then, and it'll be more interesting. Right here, the last cannon's about to go down. Last defense. He's got archers for the outside buildings at the end. Really took care of the time element in this attack. Got all the defenses down and then brought some stuff for the end to cut down on travel distance. Excellent planning there. Good job, Cha. Alright, last attack after guys is Sism, or however you say his name. I don't think he considered how you would pronounce his name when he made it his in-game name. I think it might be, I don't even know where it comes from. He's weird. It starts off this Laloon. It's Cold-Blooded Laloon. The goal here is to kill the Archer Queen, kill the enemy CC troops, and take out this air defense. Archer Queen jumps out, not a big deal. He's got the golem there tanking for him, and he sends his wizards and Archer Queen inside. He brings a lightning for the CC, but a P.E.K.K.A. comes out. P.E.K.K.A.s are terrible for defending. They don't fire very fast or don't hit things very fast, and it's just not very useful. Yeah, he might one-shot something, but if he's one-shotting like a wizard or barbs or whatever, it's not really doing you any good. It's not even a big time waster troop. A few wizards will take out a P.E.K.K.A. before long, or your Archer Queen if it's on it. He does do the counterclockwise style. We'll actually go back and look at it again. wanted to talk about that. We'll fast forward to the beginning. All right, so when he sends in his lava hounds, he's already got this one taken care of, which allows him to send them in at angles. And he gets this group going in while this group is still taking out defenses. And because there's not defenses over here closer than what's in the core, he forces his balloons into the core. It's something you really like to see when you're doing this style of Laloon, where the cold blood and you're taking out air defense, and you work your way around the base. And look how many balloons are still up. And I'm not even sure this last lava hound bust. It really helps your lava hounds bust when you're dealing with at least level 6 air defenses. But I'm not sure this clan had very many, if any, air defenses higher than level 5. Going fast forward to the end. Just wanted to highlight that. It's something I really want to encourage people to do when they're doing a Laloon, is if they can get to an air defense when they take out the Archer Queen, to go ahead and do it, and then deploy their troops in a clockwise or counterclockwise fashion. And there's Hulk and Jake from One Eye have quite a bit of content on this style attack. It's one of the more powerful attacks, and it's typically what's used in Town Hall 10 attacks for the most part. Nope, still searching. We're going in for a 45 versus 45. We're real close to being able to do 50 versus 50, but it's just not going to work out. Here's hoping to a good war. We prefer going up against clans that are a little bit more of a challenge. These easy wars, yeah, they're easy, but there's not as much fun. Anyway, I'm out.